What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Hello, hello, hello! Your BlueNote fan report. How is everybody doing? I am doing absolutely wonderful. Justin, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing fine, man. Just had to rush on pretty much.
Yeah, it gets there. Tomorrow, the Wednesday's game. This is the penultimate. I can't say the word right. Game before the break. The next to last game before the break. The next game is actually an hour later, or it's at 4:30 St. Louis time. So it's a TNT game, TBS game, whatever. So so that's going to help. I get teeth yanked on Wednesday morning, so hopefully with the later game, I should be okay. We'll see. We talked about that a little bit. We're taking on the Predators for the last time. We have a chance to even the series at 2 apiece. Some news out of Nashville land. Their GM, Barry Trotz, said, I'm done. He walked away. What do you got to say with that?
I mean, Barry Trotz is he's a guy that's been in this game for a while now. I think I didn't hear that he completely walked away. I heard that they were kind of waiting to find his kind of replacement before they actually ended up doing that. Was from the last thing I heard, but I could be wrong.
No, you're probably right. I just knew that they held a press conference, and I knew that he was resigning. I didn't know if they were waiting to find. I didn't know they were waiting. I thought they were going to put an interim in. So my bad on that one if I'm wrong. Right. Oh, by Ryan Green's pissed at me. He says you're an hour and a half late. You're fired. So what happened is I had a lunchtime meeting today. So when I did the show, I kind of did it quickly. If you notice, I didn't put a bunch of teasers there, and I didn't change the start time. So when you do StreamYard, it automatically makes it 2 hours out. So it had the show starting an hour and a half before it was supposed to. So Ryan's mad, and Samantha, our Rose by any other name would still be a Rose, is very cold. I can't say I'm excited about any of the Blues games, but I'm happy to watch Blues hockey. I'm going to put it that way. I'm not a tank guy. I never, ever, 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 ever want to see my team lose, but I know they're going to, and that's okay. It's just right now it comes down to where's the effort. If the effort's there, I'm okay. And the last few games, even though they've lost some of them, the effort has been there, and I'm happy with that. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit more optimistic than you are. You pretty much righted this team off when they played Tampa, and they ended up beating Tampa. So, I get the concern, I guess. I get the not being optimistic about the team and how they played this year, but I think those type of games that we've seen, the Dallas game, the Tampa game, the Florida game, those are the games that show you that this team is really not that far off. I think they just need a change. Something needs to change dramatically.
The problem is, I mean, in order for them to make the playoffs, they'd have to go on a historic run. They could only lose 1 or 2 games between now and the end of the season, and that's not going to happen, right?
The Blues would still be the Blues are still, like you said, the Blues are still not statistically out of it. They'd have to go on a crazy run at the back, the back half of this season here, and where they're at right now, it would put them at least, I think, 103 points. That's if they won every single game. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But 103 points, so that kind of puts it in perspective. That's still quite a bit of points right there. Obviously, they're not going to win all those games, but it is perfectly statistically possible that they can go on some type of run to put them in a position to where they have a chance at a playoff spot. I'm not saying they're going to be, but it's going to be interesting to see how this team fires after the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think 2 big wins. Go ahead.
No, I do agree with you. I do. It's going to be interesting to see how they respond after the Olympic break, especially with Thomas being out until, he just had some surgery. We don't know how that's going to be affected. I seen somebody trying to put some stuff out there on Reddit saying that the team plays better without Thomas. I mean, you can make, but in all honesty, you can make the stats say, it's like any statistic. You can make a statistic say exactly what you want it to say, right? Have you ever seen the movie, and I'm going to ask this to my audience out there, Mr. Baseball with Tom Selleck? Right? Have you ever seen that, Justin?
No, I haven't.
Has anybody else out there seen Mr. Baseball with Tom Selleck? And I'm saying baseball wrong because it's supposed to be the Japanese pronunciation of baseball. But has anybody out there seen it? Because there's an important thing I want to preface, and I want to see if at least one person knows it. No, we aren't 100 years old to see that movie. It didn't come out that long ago. Now I got to look it up. When did Mr. Baseball come out? It had to come out 93, 94-ish. Maybe even 91, 92-ish. Oh, 90 came out in 92, right? So in this movie, Tom Selleck is an aging baseball player, and they're getting ready to send him down. And he goes to the coaches and he says something along the lines of, last September, I led this team in 9th inning doubles with 2 outs, or he really clarified, meaning he probably had 1, or 2, and that's what people do with statistics, is they only show you the statistic that supports their argument. Oh, Sam, Sam, ouch. Well, Miracle on Ice, the original is very hard to see. Slapshot's pretty easy to see, but the original, now Miracle, the Disney one, is very easy to see. I mean, you can get that on Disney Plus. So, but Miracle on Ice, the Carl Malden one, is very hard to see. Hi, Kevin! Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're not mad at me and you still love me a little bit, buddy. Hope you're doing good. So that's what I was trying to get at with the statistics, that you can make them say whatever you want. And this is also the dad strip. We asked about that. Here's the dad strip now. They usually do it 2 games. I get it, man. I just want to make sure that I'm still on the favored nation list. That's all, bud. Sports movies are usually cringy. Only sports movies I like are Rudy, Friday Night Lights, but those are football movies. Well, Miracle was really good. Mystery Alaska was really good. Slapshot could be cringy, as good as it was. The Mighty Ducks, while good, they were cringy. What's another one that I could think of out there? Hockey movie. Oh, well, Goon was absolutely cringy. Both of them. And then the other one, Youngblood. Youngblood was slightly cringy. And I don't know if Justin has seen any of those movies.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen. I mean, I don't really watch a lot of quote unquote hockey movies. I've seen a couple. I've seen I grew up with the Mighty Ducks. That was always one
Yeah.
of my favorites. I've watched the Goon movies. I've seen those. I've seen some of them. They're not my go-to movies. I mean, they're okay to watch, but
No, I get it. And I was just kind of answering Ryan's question there. So what is your with the video we released is it's mine. So what's your predictions and your player to watch today? You're muted, bud. No, he's talking to somebody, I think. Yeah, give him a moment. Give him a moment. Yeah, well, I know for some people it was hilarious. I didn't find it that hilarious, right? The guy that played it, I think right now he's in Shifting Gears. He's an okay comic actor, but he's like one of this new school of comedy where it's like they try and make you laugh instead of making you laugh, right? They try too hard. The only movies I watch are either Harry Potter's Lost Boy horror movies or Jurassic Park movies. Okay. Not my scene. I've seen the Harry Potter's. Okay, your turn.
All right. What are you saying now?
What are your predictions and player to watch for today?
I'm gonna go with 4-2 Blues, and I'm gonna go with Jordan Kyrou.
I'm sticking with young guys. I think I said a loss, 3-2, and I do want him to win, but I did say a loss, and I'm going with Snuggerud. I think Snuggerud is slowly building up to be one of those on ice leaders. I don't know about off ice, but he's definitely building up to be an on ice leader. Right? I mean, would you agree, disagree, buddy?
Yeah, I mean he's going to be a solid player down the stretch for the Blues. I mean he's going to be a big part of this future. He's going to have to show up. He's definitely been a noticeable guy on the ice. Dvorsky as well. That would have been a great choice too. Dvorsky's been excellent. The fact that we were talking about this guy not being ready, and then all of a sudden he's coming to this year and has played excellent since coming up, and that pretty much solidifies that he definitely gets a spot next year. Snuggerud, obviously, he was always going to be on this team. The big guy for me is going to be Stenberg. Stenberg, I think, is going to get a roster spot next year.
Yeah, I can see Stenberg getting a rocket spot next year, a spot next year. I really can. Sorry, I'm dealing with a message here real quick. I definitely see that. I definitely see the Blues maybe targeting his brother. What do you think about? Are you on the page with that? By the way, before we answer that, big old thank you to Aaron Nils, Stanley Seymour, and a rose. By any other name is still a rose. Samantha Rose Robinson for putting that thumb in the air. Don't forget, if you can afford it, give us some stars. We appreciate them. They help keep the show on the road with the 15 people watching. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. Okay, now you can go.
Yeah, the Blues, like I said, the Blues are gonna want to, if they're gonna have a poor season and not show up this year, they're gonna need to get a top 3 pick. There's still gonna be good players, in this draft, but your primary targets are gonna be your top 3. So right now it's going to be Stenberg, Ivar Stenberg. And it's going to be a defenseman. I don't remember his name, but those are your 3 picks right there. So if the Blues can fall in between those top 3 picks, you're going to get one of those guys. I would try to go after Ivar Stenberg just because you can kind of have your own Sedin situation going on. I think both of those guys could be really great players for the Blues. As brothers on this team. And I know we've had some brothers on this team. I know we've had some big brothers on this team, but the most recent brother tandem has been the Josephs, and we saw how that went. Like I didn't really hate P.O. Joseph. He just wasn't. The Joseph brothers are never gonna. They're not gonna be the end all be all. Like I think Stenberg I think the Stenbergs could really be something special for this team.
I do agree with you on that. The Joseph, yeah, they're not. They're like the Suter brothers, Ron and Richie, right? They were going to come in and be role players. They were never going to be those guys that stood out, and I get that. So I'm okay with that. Think about if, and Sam says, think about if Dvorsky and Otto are only 20 years old. They're super talented and fan favorites. Yeah, you're right, and that's the one thing. That's the positive that I'm taking out of this season is that the future looks bright. That the future absolutely looks bright. That there are guys that can do something special very soon. Hey, Dr. Detroit, how you doing? Welcome to the show. We appreciate you. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. What else we got here? Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I lost my thinking for a few minutes. With puck drop, Hofer hasn't. Both Hofer and Bennington honestly have played well lately. Results haven't been there. With Hofer tonight, do you expect him to play well and get results, or play well and not get results? Hi, Eric from Springfield. Welcome to the show, Eric. We appreciate you.
I mean, for me, the Blues, I think the Blues win this game. The Nashville Predators have had the Blues number this year. I mean, I feel like it's a matter of time before the Blues got to have, a good game. I mean, they won one game. They won the game in, I believe it was in St. Louis. They won that game, but they've been destroyed by them the 2 other times. So if history is going to repeat itself, you got to think that the Blues are in contention for having a blowout win. So let's hope that's tonight.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I like where you're at. I really, really do. I mean, I really do wish that I could have the positivity that you have right now with everything's going on. And I absolutely mean that. Wow, 18 people. I think that's the most we've had in a long time. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're watching on Facebook, please put that thumb in the air. Like the show. We'll appreciate it. If you do it on YouTube, I can't see it, but I love you. 19. Keep it coming. Say hi. Get the chat going. Dr. Detroit says, Bam, what is up with the defense not scoring? Fowler and Colton have 1 goal. I didn't even think Colton had a goal yet, did he? I don't even know if Colton Parayko has a goal.
Colton Parayko does not have a goal yet. He has a goal against the St. Louis Blues, but not a goal on the other net.
He's got more than a goal against the St. Louis. He's got a couple of them.
But I can't really blame him though just on that one because most of our defensemen have goals against our team too. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean it's standard for a defenseman to get a goal against your team, right? It really is. Number 55 has no goals, 12 assists. Cam Fowler, number 17, has 1 goal and 17 assists. So yes, the back end, those 2 guys not helping has hurt. Hey guys, still driving? Drive safe, buddy, in all that weather. Hard for Dimension to score if they can't get the puck out of their own zone. That's true. I've been trying to watch certain players, and I try not to watch a player because I feel like if I watch just one player, I'm missing a lot. But I'm trying to pay attention to the players that people have been bagging on. Kyrou especially, Bushnevich a little bit, Bennington obviously. And I just don't see what they're seeing. And maybe when they were seeing it, I wasn't watching. So I don't know. Oh, the Red Wings are going to get he's saying Red Wings are going to get their asses handed to them by the Avalanche tonight. Garland! Okay. Garland, I'm going to call you. Go ahead. You go ahead, and then I'll do it.
Detroit. I wouldn't be so sure, buddy. Detroit's been very gutsy. I'll be honest, I don't believe in Detroit in the playoffs. I would love for them to be good because when Detroit is good, hockey is at its best. They're one of the original six. They're definitely when they're good, hockey is good and it's fun to watch. So don't be so sure. The Avalanche have screwed up some games this year and they've lost some games that they shouldn't have.
Yeah, no, I was doing it more as a joke at Dr. Detroit. Because that's not what he wrote. But Garland, I'm going to call you out, buddy, and I'm calling you out in a good way. A couple of days ago, Garland sent me a very, and I don't even know how to say this, uplifting message on Messenger. And I just want to say thank you. It was a message I needed to hear. I'm glad you said it. Thank you for everything. And I have no clue why you were starstruck because I'm a nobody, my friend. But I appreciate you in many, many, many ways. Had to say that. Sorry, Justin. Kevin's beginning to think that Benner needs freaking LASIK. Well, see, Kevin, this is where we've had an issue. The majority of the goals, especially lately, that are going in against Bennington are not our team related, not Bennington related. And that's something maybe the game winner in the last game was Bennington related, but I don't know for sure. I struggle with that. But, and that's kind of where I am.
Well,
Scary says, I think the Avs win 4-1 in Detroit. And Dr. Detroit says, bless your heart, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really am. I mean, when I'm talking about Detroit, I mean, I'm a really, really big Dylan Larkin guy. That guy is very, very underrated. He gets talked about because he's on Detroit, and Detroit's been so bare bones for so long that they haven't been able to, be successful. But Dylan Larkin is a guy that people should be talking about more because, man, oh man, is that guy just an absolute beast to watch on the ice. That guy is a absolute monster for me in fantasy.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing good in fantasy at all. I'm selling now. I'm selling and rebuilding. I've gotten rid. I got rid of Tarasenko. I got rid of O'Reilly. I got rid of Wedgwood. I got paid for Wedgwood. I'm sitting there thinking I may get rid of Thomas, but I may wait until the beginning of next year to do that. Or wait until draft time comes around and see if I can pick up some first round draft picks. But right now I gave up. My league is set up to where, because it's a keeper league, it's really hard to win unless you're one of these guys that can just get people to love you and make trades. And I'm not. I piss people off. Garland says, I was in Nashville to see Stamkos make the Blues hold his trophy while he kissed their girlfriends. It was brutal. First road game, and oof. Oh, that must have been in 2017, I think. Or no, 15. 2015 or 16. 16, 7. No, probably. No, because in 17, in 16, 17. Yeah, 16, 17. That would have been 2017. Okay. Kyrou to Montreal, lots of talk. And I think that's all it is talk. Because I think Armstrong, and I'd seen something today that basically said very few teams can do what Armstrong once done. Like, the price is so high, it's the I don't want to sell price. You know, it's like you have, for example, my Brett Hull, Adam Oates puck. It's probably worth $30 at the most. The signatures are wearing out. You know, it's old. It's not in premium shape, so it's not worth that much. But if someone asked me what I wanted to sell it, I'd tell them $1,000. Right? My hat, my hat. You know, the Ryan O'Reilly hat I have, the trumpet hat. You know, I've been offered $1,000 for that. I'm not going to sell it. I think it's a joke, but I still wouldn't sell it. And this last game in December, Stamkos scored 4. Oh, okay. But you said hold his trophy. I wasn't sure what you meant by hold his trophy. I thought you went when the Blues lost in semifinals or something. But yeah, we need our guys to be our guys tonight, you know, and we need them to play good hockey. That's all it is. We need them to play good hockey. We're getting ready for puck drop, right? I don't know what else more to say. Jason McMillan, John Jeffrey, Eric Doris, I think. Thank you. Darius, I think. Eric Darius, thank you. Appreciate that. I have a puck display case, and I have it put away, but again, the puck's been moved around a couple of times and that. So, you know, it's gotten to the point where things have worn off it. So, but I do have it, and I hope to one day get them to both put the HOF on it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of talks, obviously, with the trading and the Blues and stuff like that. But another perplexing guy for me, and he's not in the lineup right now, but Thomas. I'm sorry, I'm going to be the Thomas apologist here, but I don't understand how fickle we can be with Robert Thomas. I mean, this guy was the guy that carried your team on his back for 2 straight seasons now. I mean, pretty much for the past couple seasons. I mean, maybe even going back further than 2. And now he's having a down year, and now we want to act like he's just not good anymore. So I don't understand it. I don't like it. But I mean, people are going to think what they're going to think. I don't personally think that you know what you're talking about. If you're one of those people that are like, oh, well, just get rid of Thomas. It's just easy. Just get rid of Thomas. Thomas has carried your team when this team was bad. So I need those doubters and detractors to just hold back a little bit.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with you on that. Sam says my 30th birthday is 23 days away, so I'm guessing that's the 25th of February. Sam, make sure you remind us so we can do something special for you. That's probably why she won't remind us. Tonight for me is all about just seeing the young guys play. I don't have. Like, I'm not holding my breath anymore. I'm at the point where, and I'm like, it's for me to be at this point where I'm saying the season done. You talk to most of these people that have known me for the whole 8 years, even the season that we got the 10th pick where we traded Tarasenko and O'Reilly and Barbashev and all those guys. I was still holding out that we were going to get a playoff spot. This year, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So I apologize, but shoot me if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna look at the young guys. I'm gonna look at the older guys to show up. I already know what we're getting from the young guys. They're hungry. They're showing it. They're on the ice every night. They're noticeable. They're getting bigger opportunities out there on the ice. I'm looking for the more notable guys, the Pavel Buchneviches, the Jordan Kyrous, the Jake Neighbors, the Braden Shins. How are those guys going to handle this? Those guys are going to have to be your guys that are going to have to step up and play like your top guys if this team stands any like of a chance to possibly get back into this thing. Because, yeah, you can have your young guys playing well, but if your young guys are playing well and they're showing effort and they're really playing hard out there and your more veteran players are not, then you're not gonna have success because your young guys are only gonna take you so far. They're young guys. They're inexperienced right now.
Yeah.
So
No, you're right. But at the same time, that's the growth that we need to see. Will you see that growth? Right? Will you see that growth? Sam said. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just was saying I'm not concerned with any of their growth. I think they'll be fine. I think Snuggerud, Dvorsky, those two are going to be fine, and Stenberg's going to be fine. I think.
He froze. He froze.
But it's not just the Blues that have had a struggle this year. There's been multiple teams that you thought were going to be better and aren't. So it's an anomaly season. It's something that we see every couple years in the NHL. You'll have a normalcy of the NHL, and then you'll come into a season and it'll be like this season where it's an anomaly. And it has happened before. This is a little bit more crazy of an anomaly season. This has been pretty far like curveball of an anomaly season. But these anomaly seasons have happened where you see teams that are good playing bad and not playing up to standard, and then you have teams that are supposed to be bad are playing good and overachieving. So it happens. It's always been a thing in the NHL.
Yeah. This has been, I will say, this has been a weird season, and you're seeing teams that probably haven't been playoff teams that are going to in a long time. I mean, Detroit could be. I haven't looked at the standings in a while, so I'll look at them now just to kind of refresh my thought process, make sure I don't say anything stupid. You got the Buffalo Sabres in a playoff spot semi-comfortably, right? Detroit is semi-comfortably, I mean, really comfortably in a playoff spot. They're second in their division. They haven't been in the playoffs in a while. Buffalo hasn't been in the playoffs in a while. Then you've got the Kraken. They've missed a couple of playoffs. You got the Ducks. They haven't been in the playoffs in a while. You got the Mammoths, which are sitting right there, and they haven't been in the playoffs in a while, right? So there's a lot going on for all of them. So, and the Mammoth are right there. They're tied with the Kings, so they could easily slip into that spot. The Blues are next to last. We right now would be the second draft pick, I think. We would have the second best chance to get the first pick. Maybe. Yep. We'd have the second best chance. The Vancouver would have the best chance. I would think if Vancouver had the best chance, that there's a good chance they would get it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all about and
oh, go ahead.
No, it's all going to depend on how the season ends. The season's not over yet. The standings have been so weird that anything can change. So what we see now is probably not what we're going to finish with. Even though teams like Chicago, teams like Nashville, they're having better seasons. I still on paper don't think that either one of those teams are better than the Blues. On paper, I mean they've overachieved expectations. I mean everybody had Chicago in dead last in this division. Yeah. They're second to last. Nashville, we expected them to be better, but I'm sorry, still on paper, they're still a better team than the Predators. I mean, outside their first line, there's really nothing in Nashville. So it's just teams that are overperforming right now and underachieving. So yeah, we shall see. But the standings that we see now, I don't expect the Blues, just because of how stingy the Blues are with that. I just don't expect them just to fall gracefully into the night. Something tells me that they're going to be maybe not resilient, but maybe resilient in a way. But they're just going to be resistant. I just don't see them caving in immediately.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I know next season I'm probably not going to get as, and I believe it, I'm already looking at next season. I will not get as hyped up as I did for this season. right? Knowing and even that, knowing that the future's bright, that we could have a top 4-5 draft pick, or a guy that we get that comes out right away. Not a guy that's waiting. A guy that's they're going to give him his first 8 games. He's going to get those games. But at the same time, I think it would be hard unless we got the number 1 overall draft pick. It would be hard for a guy to break that lineup, right? Even for the 8 games, I think it'd be really hard for that guy to break into the lineup. You know what I mean? With what we have coming up with Stenberg, Lindstein is probably really close now, and a couple other guys that are there. I just think that there's only one thing the Blues need to make the Blues a relevant team again, in my eyes. What about you? What do you think the Blues need to make the team relevant again?
Well, for me, I mean, I feel we're gonna see some change. We're definitely gonna see some shifting, because I think the Blues will be sellers at the deadline. You're looking at a Shin being gone. You're looking at a Justin Falk being gone. So it's gonna open up some spots. I think for me, this team was capable enough to go on that streak. Yes, they went on a streak. People called it lucky. People called this. People called it. But I'm sorry, in the NHL, it's the hardest prize sport to play. They're all professional athletes. They're all skating on skates. Any team that wins 11 games in a row or 12 games in a row, whatever it was, that's not lucky. You don't win 12 games in a row by being lucky. I'm sorry. Yeah, you do get bounces. You have teams that get fortunate bounces. But if you go back and watch that stretch of hockey, they were arguably just one of the best teams in the NHL, and that's not luck. So I know that this team is capable. My thing, though, is how it goes back to this being an anomaly season. If I'm anybody watching the Blues, I am hoping that they don't get a top 3 pick in this draft, because if they do, that's not good for the teams that are not going to be getting that pick, because the Blues, I think, can be competitive. If they can find their identity, they're a hard team to play. It's hard out for anybody in the playoffs. They can get there. If the Blues are getting a top 3 pick and they're getting like an Ivar Stenberg, McKenna, you're already adding to a young team in St. Louis that has a lot of great players on it.
Yeah.
And you're looking at a situation where if you don't dish like a Kyrie, if you don't dish a Thomas, you're looking at a situation where you could have a team consisting of Holloway, Kyrie, Thomas, the Stenberg brothers, Dvorsky, Snuggerud. That is, yeah. I mean, that is insane. That is absolutely insane to think about. So the fact that this is an anomaly season, it makes it exciting for me. I'm not going to get too overly excited, but it makes it exciting for me, because if the Blues do get a pick, that's not good for the rest of the NHL, because I think the Blues are capable enough to turn it back around, and giving them a really good piece in this draft is probably not ideal for any team.
Yeah, I'm with you. I am with you. So if they did, let's say they did finish with the number 2 or 3 pick, would you want them to trade down into the 20s?
What do you mean trade down? No. If they're going to finish and they're going to get a top 3 pick, no, I'm taking the top 3 pick.
Okay, what if they get number 4, 5, or 6? Oh, by the way, puck drop.
No, yeah, knowing the NHL, I have a feeling that that like I said, I'm saying that somehow we'll finish one of the bad teams, like one of the bottom 3 teams, and then somehow the draft will screw us and we'll end up being 4th. So then we'll be top 4. We will have the 4th pick, and the top 3 picks will be other teams. Which that's exactly what I'm picturing probably will happen, which will be annoying. But
if
I don't know.
If we finished 3rd, the worst we could get is 5th. I do not think we would get 5th. That means that 2 teams below the Blues would teams 4 and below would end up being lottery picks, get the lottery. I know that's happened before, but I really just don't see it. Oh, wow. Berggren took a puck right off the face. I think it hit his stick and then hit his face. So, come on,
They played
Blues!
it.
What?
I said, well, I mean, and I'm glad about my pick. I'm glad I took my pick because I already see it now. He's got a lot of pep in his step in this game already, just from the first 2 minutes of this game.
Kyrou?
Yeah, Kyrou. He's already looked fast. He's already looked like he's skating out there.
Yeah.
This is a game. This is a game you miss a guy like Robert Thomas because Robert Thomas, he's a predator killer. You know, you talk about Blues having players that are killers against the Blues. Thomas is a killer against the Predators.
I just wanted to play a good game. That's it.
The thing that's for me, and I'm sorry, you're gonna say, oh, I don't give the Nashville Predators any credit, but I'm sorry. The last few times that we played Nashville, there was nothing special. I mean, they blow the Blues out, and the only thing that the Nashville Predators do is bank on lucky bounces. They just throw the puck to the net and hope for bounces. You know, that's pretty much been their MO for, especially this season, but it's been their MO for pretty much, the longest time now.
I mean, not to be a dickhead, but maybe the Blues should do that, you know? But, it is what it is.
There's a difference between throwing the puck on net. We talked about this. It's not about, it's quality shots.
Yeah.
You can throw the puck to the net all you want. I'm saying the Predators throw the puck to the net, and they get a lot of lucky bounces. They get a lot of.
They almost got one there. Holy cow! What a save by Hofer.
Yeah, they get a lot of just throw the puck to the front of the net and just hope that it lands on their stick kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good pace of this game so far.
I'm sorry?
I said good pace to this game thus far.
Yeah. Yeah. Good pace. Solid pace. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice pass around. Nice little shot by Kyrou there. Nice little shot. If I'd hoped he'd give up the rebound, but he didn't.
People got on to the fact that when I posted this projected lineup that Nathan Walker was not in this lineup, and I said, quite frankly, I was just straight up honest. I said, I love Walker, but Walker has not been effective here recently.
Yeah.
So
I think he's dealing with this injury. I really do. Hey, I got a question for you. And I'm doing this online because I want to, instead of offline because I kind of really want to get your thoughts, and I want to maybe get the thoughts of some people watching. I am thinking about doing a trivia contest where we
very
put out,
close.
huh?
I'm just watching the game. I saw neighbor's chance right there. I was saying good chance. I'm listening.
I must be behind.
No, you weren't. We're pretty close.
Okay.
No, I was saying the chance before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that chance before led to that one. Nice start. I'm thinking about doing a 10 to 15 trivia quiz, putting it out in a video and putting our email address and having people email it. And anybody who gets the answers correct, we will either you or you and me will accompany them to a game next season.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, you could do something. Yeah, you could do something like that.
Right, and put it in our group, the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan, and allow people from the clan to get in. Because I got questions, like they're questions that you've got to either know or you have to look up. Right, you have to look up. You're either going to know them or you're going to have to look them up. So you got to really get into Blues history to know these questions. Like one question that I could use, I want to see if you know the answer to this. And yes, we are paying attention to the game. Blues are winning 1-0. We're just kind of talking about it as it goes on. Pace is good. What year have the Blues had the least amount of draft picks and why?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm not even gonna try. The Blues have been a team since what 1967. Not even gonna try. So, not even gonna try.
I'm going to ask the four people that are watching. I'll ask first, what year did the Blues have the least amount of draft picks? Oh, that was Hofer almost gave that one away. That almost went in. That's what scares me about him. He's so good handling the puck. Maybe he's too good, but he makes these mistakes. Great goal there. It's a commercial break, so no one's well, there's only two people watching. I'll wait to the break to see if more people come on at the break and throw that question back. I'm surprised Shockey. I haven't seen Shockman today. Ray Dominguez, my Navy friend and fellow coworker. Joseph Trigg, Jason McMillan, John Jeffrey, thank you all so much.
We're on the dad's trip, so
Yeah.
here. So the Blues have statistically done pretty well in both these games, in the mom strip and the dad
I
strip.
think they've only lost one game on the dad strip and one game on the mom strip.
Yeah. Yeah, good play. Another great play there by Justin Falk, getting that puck over to Neighbors. All starts up at the top with Bush. Jake Neighbors is the goal leader for the St. Louis Blues with 14. Jordan Kyrou and Shin trail behind him with 12. There's Barry Trotz. Huge draw win there by Suter. That's what you miss with having not having Suter in the lineup. You miss that ability to win that faceoff. The Blues won it, but the Predators ended up getting it back. It was a little bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
After he won it.
Well, knock on wood, the officiating's been decent so far.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't particularly have an issue with the officiating too much in the last game.
Yeah,
I thought that they were fine.
The missed.
Yeah, the miss stuff. But it's not too bad. The first period. This is the thing, though. The first period is not what you're going to have to worry about. It's the second period. Oh, very good chance there. I believe that was Tyler Tucker's. Tyler Tucker sneaking in there on the back door and trying to get a pass from Kyrou. Kyrou's definitely had some pep in his step, and that's what I'm talking about these veteran guys like Neighbors, like Bush, like Kyrou, stepping up against a team like Nashville. You should. I'm sorry, but you should beat a team like Nashville. You should.
I'm with you.
Yeah, there's a penalty coming on Phil Forsberg for pushing Falk into the net. Okay, never mind. As soon as I said that we're going to get a power play, no, we're going to get a penalty.
Penalty kill.
Tyler Tucker for hooking. I see Falk going to the net. They're calling a hook on Tyler Tucker.
No, he's holding the stick. The embellishment you talk about, it's absolutely there. Oh, and then, oh wow.
Well, actually, no. Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, no. I wouldn't even say that. That's not embellishment. That's holding. That should be a holding on. If you want to call Tyler Tucker, sure, but you should call Steven Stamkos for holding the stick.
Yeah, holding. Yeah, absolutely. See, I have a problem with that hook. When that guy clamps that shoulder down, that's a hold. Call that. You call that, and that goes away.
Well, and the thing is because then their mentality is, oh, well, that's just a veteran play. He's just clamping on his stick. That's what veterans do. That's a terrible mentality. I agree. That needs to go. That needs to go. It's clearly holding the stick. That's exactly what he's doing. I don't know why people have this ideology that it's just a veteran making a veteran play. No, he's holding his stick.
Yeah.
But is what it is. Blues on the penalty kill. Penalty kill has been rough this year for the Blues.
Yeah, and at first I thought it was, just because they weren't on the penalty kill enough, but now those numbers are. Yeah.
And O'Reilly scores.
Yeah. And I traded O'Reilly. God damn it.
Yeah. But these are the games, like I said, this game is early. The game is tied now. But this is why that I've been so hard up on the officials trying to make the right call. I get it, Tyler Tucker. Sure, call him for the hooking, but you there's no way you should not be calling Steven Stamkos for holding the stick. So, we're going to see how it goes. This is still early, but this is what I say, guy. What do I say? When you call a penalty and then you give a team a chance to score on it and then they score on home ice, what is that going to give them, guy?
Yeah, momentum.
Yeah, it's going to give them momentum. So we'll see how the Blues respond, and we'll see how Nashville responds.
Momentum the Blues had from the opening goal away.
Yeah, well, because the Blues were playing well. And again, this isn't me. And again, this isn't me defending Tyler Tucker. He should have got a penalty. I'm fine with the penalty. The penalty's fine. My issue lies with the fact that, the other half. You can't call him for a hook, but then say that Stamkos was not holding his stick. But we'll see. It's still early. Blues still have a pep in their step. They're kind of pushing. I mean, they're not. It's still early. Like they just got out of the goal, but. Halfway through the first period here. Shots 8-6 for the Blues. Try there. I will say, out of one thing that Nashville has, I kind of like. I don't like the thing around it, but I kind of like the face-off dot. How they have that to where it's not just the logo. I like the plain logo, but I like the solid background in the middle. I kind of like that.
Oh, in the center.
The big. I don't know. It kind of appeals to me in a way, just because I don't like the stuff around it. Like, I don't like the wording around it, but like as for like the yellow and just the big circle of yellow with the logo, I like that. I do.
The Predators are one of the few teams in the league where their name really matches up with who they are, right? The Blues are one of those teams. Preds are one of those teams. The Sharks are one of those teams. The Kraken's one of those teams. But there's teams that don't. The Blackhawks, obviously not.
The Panthers, I'd say, are in that category.
The Panthers actually do. The Lightning, maybe. But the Panthers actually do, because there is a such thing as the Black Panther in Florida, right? It's a type of cougar, right? Or mountain lion. But it is the Panther is something that is part of the Florida or the Miami area. So that one I understand. I'd say, another one, Calgary, the Flames, that doesn't fit because that name's from somewhere else, right? That name's from somewhere else. Vancouver fits. I'd say about half the teams, their names fit. About half. But a lot of them don't. The New York Rangers don't work. New Jersey Devils don't work. The Islanders do. Buffalo Sabres stretch, but I get it.
Like New Jersey.
Huh?
New Jersey.
Yeah, the Devils, that doesn't work. The Ottawa Senators, that doesn't work. That's just an old name. The Habitants work. The Maple Leafs somewhat work. The Stars don't. Well, they do now. They do and they don't, okay? The thing is, they're not really the Stars. They're the North Stars that just took the name Star out, or North out. So maybe kind of. I mean, that's a little bit there. The Ducks don't. The Kings don't. Right? The Penguins don't. The Flyers don't. You know, I don't see any connection with Philadelphia with the Flyers. I don't see any connection with Pittsburgh with the Penguins. And that's just one of the things. But when you look at Nashville, it does, because, I mean, the reason that they're the Predators is they found saber-toothed tiger remains when they were, I think, where they built the stadium is where they found saber-toothed tiger fossils, right? So that's where that comes from, and that makes sense. I like that. You know, I like the
Let's see.
crap
Do we have any?
with Seattle. That one works.
Do we have any comments? Have we missed any comments?
No. I think I've covered them all. Hefner said Stars do. Lone Star State. I get it, John, but you got to remember what their name originally was, so maybe sorta. And then Sister JJ says they are the Devils. Yeah, but New Jersey, you know, it just doesn't fit. You know, for me, the Bruins, Boston, the Bruins. You know, I mean, maybe there were Bears in Boston at one time, but it's been a long time since there's been Bears in Boston. You know what I mean?
1,000 games from Roman Yossi, 758 points. He's a defenseman. Been a very good defenseman over his career.
Oh yeah, very good defenseman.
Oh, very good chance there. Get a shot by Falk at the point there. Someone's stick broke. I think it was a Nashville Predators player.
Oh, Tuck. Oh, that would have been good. Oh, now it's going to lead to a chance on the back end. Oh, good defense. Good defense.
Oh, wow. What a steal. Good try there by, I believe it, I don't know who it was. Might have been Bush that picks off that puck behind the net on Saros. Just didn't have anybody in front. It's a good read by him. .636 left to go in the period.
Yeah. Oh, he's been getting that hate all season, man. And it is the exact same hate Allen got. Exact same.
What?
Ryan Green says, I'm starting to notice Bennington is getting the same hate Allen got before he left. And yeah, I mean, Bennington took Allen's net. That's very true. And then he says the circle of life behind it. Yeah, it might be happening.
I mean, like I said, we can talk about, you know, Jordan Bennington has had some good starts. There's been some starts that aren't on him. There's goals that aren't on him. And that's the same for every goalie. It's hard to blame a goalie. But the fact of the matter is whether you like it or not, goals saved above expected is a thing. And although you don't like the stat, Jordan Bennington has not made the saves that usually you expect him to make. Like, there's been he's had games where he hasn't even been making the saves that you expect him to make.
Looks
so
like the Blues going back on the penalty kill. Yeah,
no,
you're right.
It's Predators are going on the penalty kill.
Oh,
Yeah, Blues going on the power play for interference.
Oh, the way they had the puck and it looked like the held went up and then I didn't hear the whistle.
Yeah, he was taking a shot. But yeah, no, the like I said, Jordan Bennington is a guy that doesn't deserve all the blame. The team has underperformed, but the facts are the facts. The stats are the stats. And when Jordan Bennington is so far below every other goalie in the National Hockey League with expected goals for, that speaks volumes. That tells me that he is not playing up to Jordan Bennington's standards. That shows me that he is just not the guy that we know him as. Like, he's a guy that's not making the saves that the saves that he was making, like when he had no chance of making. He still makes those saves, but the fact of the matter is he's not making the saves that he should make.
Very, very much agree with you on that. Ryan says sometimes it's hard as a fan. When is it truly the goalie's fault or the players in front of him? And that's a very good thing. And a lot of time, the problem is a lot of casual fans just immediately assume that every goal that goes in is the goalie's fault. They really do. Oh, he should have gotten that. Oh, he should have done this. Oh, he should have done that. And most of the times it's not the goalie's fault. A backdoor feed is never the goalie's fault. Thank you, John Hefner.
Well, and the thing is, I want to just circle this back because the reason that you can say that Jordan Bennington has had a down year and he's not been as good as he needs to be.
I agree.
You look back at the couple seasons ago when the Blues were, getting, out of the Tarasenko, the O'Reilly era, the Cup era. And then they get into this different era, and Jordan Bennington is left with a team that is pretty, stagnant, pretty young, pretty inexperienced, not up to standards. Jordan Bennington was outstanding, and you can't blame those on Bennington. That was a team that was really anorexic at doing a lot of things right. All right, sorry about that. I had to call. I thought you were here. St. Louis. Yeah, that's why I kind of did this. But great play, power play goal. Another guy that I talked about that I'm looking forward to step up in games like this. Pavel Buchnevich gets a puck from Neighbors in the slot and a great one-timer for Pavel.
Oh,
this was a quick entry off the rush.
Yeah.
Two passes. That was it. Neighbors to Bush, or Bush to Neighbors, and then Neighbors back. Yep, and then back in the net. So very good power play goal. But yeah, no, another guy that I talked about that needs to, make sure that he's stepping up in games like this. And I think Bush has stepped up. He stepped up a lot this season, after the poor start that he had.
Yeah, I agree with you. Ryan says, what if he is feeling the heat because of the Four Nation win? The Olympics is a huge stage. I don't care how calm guy there's some nerves going on, can see how that affects his game. And it's possible. I don't know. Maybe he hears the footsteps from behind, maybe he hears that, and that's got something to do with it. I don't know.
The Olympic stuff, I can maybe understand maybe in some, but I can't really blame the Olympics on this. Jordan Bennington has been poor this whole season, so it's it's not like a thing that just randomly came on. Like, obviously, there's games where he's not at fault, but there is games where the Blues have showed up, and just like Hofer was to blame for some of them losses too, or especially during the season when he was terrible. The Blues have showed up in games, and the goaltending has let them down. From both guys. Hofer's been great now. Like he's stepping up now, and he's playing how we expected him to play. But in the early portions, he was not good, like at all. And for me, I think if the Blues I think if the Blues got the goaltending that we expected them to have at the beginning of the season, me personally, I don't think the Blues are at the position that they're at right now. I really don't. I think I think that this team could still struggle with scoring, but I think if we were seeing the goaltending that we saw like last year between the two guys and a team that struggled, I feel that the Blues would have gotten to their game a little earlier. Now it seems like it's a little too late. The goaltending, if it was better, you got to ask yourself, if it was better, would the Blues be in a better position? And I think yes. And I don't like to blame goaltending, but you got to call a spade a spade. You gotta
No, I get it.
got to tell the truth.
Hey, I got to do something real quick. I'm going to take myself out for a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Don't worry about the comments. I'll get to them when it comes back. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you guys do comment, I will try to read them. If I can get to them or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, you got to really, like you said, you really got to ask yourself if the Blues goaltending was better in the end. In the beginning portions of the season, are the Blues where they're at? And I don't think so. I think the Blues are probably in a better seating position than where they are right now. I like what I'm seeing right now, though. The Blues are playing, straightforward hockey right now. There's 3:47 left to go in the period here. 2-1 St. Louis. Shots are 11-7 for the Blues. I feel like this has overall been a good period. Despite the penalty kill being the main issue for the Blues, this has been a pretty solid first period. They're showing most games played right now by some defensemen. They had Barrett Jackman up there. They had Colton Parayko. He's inching closer and closer. Fifth all time, Alexander Steen for most games played as a Blue. Very good stick there by we try there. He gets that puck to Falk. I like the directiveness that the Blues are playing at right now. They're really not caring where they're shooting this puck. They're taking a very Carolina Hurricanes approach, and that's just shooting the puck. I've said this before. It's looking good. They're not really getting many rebound opportunities, but they are getting shots on that. So I know a lot of fans will be happy about that. But you're going to have to make sure that you're getting pressure in front of Saros. Saros is good enough to just glove those all day if you're just going to let them see them. So. We have a face-off, 3:09 to go in the period. Just been busy. Yeah. I don't know if Guy got to that or not, but if he did not. Very good play there by the Blues on defense. Sports movie. Oh, why is this not caught up with the comments here? This is not making my job easy, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Ryan, I do agree. Yeah, if the Blues had better goaltending, I do think that they would be at a better seating position than where they are currently. I really do. and most people would hate that take, but I'm sorry, but I think that is the best take I could possibly come up with, if I'm honest. How do I like my tuna fish sandwich? I don't know if that's referring to Guy or me, because I don't eat no tuna fish sandwich, my brother. So, yeah, they do rely on goaltending, Ryan, but it's a team that has definitely relied on goaltending a lot more than others. But the fact of the matter is just hasn't been up to par. And I really do think, though, if the Blues had better goaltending in the beginning portions of this season, I think the Blues are definitely in a better position than where they sit right now. I definitely don't think that they're sitting second to last in the whole NHL.
No, I'm with you too. I agree with that. I was watching the comments a little bit. I had to do something. I had something to do. I had to do something with my car. So
I had to scroll down because for some reason I wasn't at the. That's why I was like, I'm sure I was getting comments, but I wasn't able to see them because I had to scroll all the way down to get to.
There were only 4 of them. Yeah. So
yeah. And what's this one say? Oh, but if the team had a better record, that would hinder the GMs from seeing the bigger picture, I guess. Hesitate, move. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I just, for me, I mean, anybody is a Blues fan, everybody was talking about this team being a playoff team. Most people that I saw predicting this season, most people had the Blues as a playoff team. So chance there. Only about 30 seconds to go in the first period here. It's been a solid period.
don't want to give up a late one though.
Nope. Ryan, what or not Ryan, John, yeah, I mean whatever I have in my background here, I mean it is what it is. I'm a Pokemon fan, you'll have to live with it. So
Well, John, we are working on getting him a green screen so he can have something like I have where that's something that's in the works. So just give us some time, bud. Well, that's the end of the period.
This
Ryan says, I'm excited to get an away jersey. I hope they keep these for a long time. I mean, they're just a white jersey, though, aren't they?
I like the away jerseys. I do. I like them. I like them better than the. I like. There's not really many Blues jerseys I hate, but I like these away jerseys better than I do the other away jerseys that we had.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion, I just like the color scheme of the lighter blue with the white and the yellow. So
don't worry about comments. I'll cover them. Because of your eyesight, there's comments I see that I just don't think need to go up sometimes. And I know with your eyesight, you have to pull them up to see them. So sometimes right now, just let me worry about them. Right?
What you say, Ryan? Stuffed animals are sad. I mean, what do you think I do? Play with them? I don't play with them. They're on display. That's the whole point.
Well, now that we're at the, I'm going to ask my trivia question now. And I'm going to see if anybody knows it. Here's the trivia. So what we're talking about is I'm thinking about doing a trivia contest after the Olympic break and have it run through the end of the season. I'm going to put out 10 to 15 questions in a video, and you're going to have to email the answers. And these are questions you may know, but you're going to have to look up a lot of them, right? Pardon me.
I mean, that's fine and all, but at the same time, I mean, if you're able to look them up, I mean, you can have multiple winners. I mean, you know.
Well, no, because it's you pick out of the winners list, right? You draw a name out of the winners list.
Okay, you're talking about like doing like that, and then whoever doing it, and then doing like a kind of a raffle thing, seeing
Yeah,
who
or
gets it.
you could do it the first person to turn them in, right? Turn in all the right answers. Well, like one of the questions would be, how many Blues first round picks are in the Hall of Fame, and who are they?
Mhm.
I mean, that's a tough
Well,
question, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, don't give it away or nothing. Just
No, just giving an idea of what they could be. The one that I was talking about, because I've asked this before, so I know some people are going to know it. What is the least amount of draft picks the St. Louis Blues have ever had, and why? What year was the least amount of draft picks? How many did the Blues have, and why? So it's a 3-part question. Let's see if anybody in the chat gets it. If you're there, we'll cover stats while we're waiting. We'll get it here. Shots. If I'm not locked up or frozen, I might be frozen here. So give me a second. Yeah, I'm frozen. Oh man. Google Chrome is locked down on me, so I got to give it a moment. Uh-oh. I may have to close and come back. Or wait a sec.
Your stats through the first period, your shots were 14-9 in favor of the Blues. Block shots 5-4 in favor of the Blues. Hits 7-6 also in favor of the Blues. Faceoffs were in favor of the Nashville Predators 12-7. The power plays were 1-for-1 for both teams. So special teams has shown up tonight for at least for both teams in the first 2 power plays. And then your score that matters 2-1 for the St. Louis Blues heading into the second period. So those are your stats. We had let's see here. Oh, what in the world was that? What was that?
Me coming back in, and I gotta figure.
Well, now, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I
can't make that go away. There we go. So
okay.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah. I don't know how much of that you actually heard. I went over the stats. So
yeah, I heard most of it.
Yeah. So I went over them. What is it? The penalties. Tyler Tucker took a hooking at 2 minutes. We talked about that one when it happened. Yeah. We thought that there probably should have been one on Stamkos as well for holding the stick. Yeah. And then the Nashville Predators scored. O'Reilly got the goal on that one, assisted by Yossi and Forsberg. Great deflection. Obviously, O'Reilly's bread and butter deflections. Then England takes a penalty for interference. The Blues end up scoring on it. Pavel Buchnevich in the slot there. I did miss the first goal, but the first goal happened like 4 minutes into the period. Jake Neighbors pots one from Falk and Tucker. So yeah, those are your stats. Not much for the stat sheet for the first period.
Here, Ryan Green's talking about what he would do with his John Holmes blow up now. That's an old reference. Some may get it, some may not. So here's the trivia question, right? I'm going to ask it again because I haven't seen an answer yet. What year did the Blues have the least amount of draft picks? How many picks did they have, and why? Right? It's a great question.
Can you shoot me out real quick? Shoot me out real quick.
Say again?
Can you shoot me out real quick?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I know I'm a jackass. That was pretty good, though. You got to admit that was a pretty good one, right? Right? So give me a little bit of credit for that. I love you guys. So come on, somebody's got to know the answer to that. Where's Shockey? Someone send Shockey a message. 83. That is correct. It happened in 83. How many did they have and why? Well, actually, the question should be how many did they select and why? Hi, Rio. I can't read Japanese, but I hope it's good. Oh, he knows you have a full blow-up doll. Shockey is right. Someone got him. It was 0 picks. They did not make a pick in that draft. Why did they not make a pick in that draft? He doesn't think. He knows. He knows, Ryan. We all know. You have a John Holmes and Ron Jeremy blow-up doll. Not her. Come on, John. Don't be a dumb. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Come on. I know someone knows the answer. Why did they not make a pick in the 1983 draft? Right? Something about management, but I forgot. That is close, Shockman. That is close. It is close. It is close. That was the year Ralston Purina tried to sell the team to Saskatchewan, and the NHL said no. So Ralston Purina handed the keys to the arena to the NHL and did not send anybody to the NHL draft. So the Blues pick was just passed over. And it's the first time that I think that's at first and only time that that's ever happened. Here's another good question. Not a Blues question, but a hockey question. And I'll ask it to see. I know somebody knows this. Why do the Buffalo Sabres have a draft pick, an actual, they picked this person, but it's not listed in any record in the NHL draft? None. They have a player that they drafted that is not listed in the official draft record. Blues have their fathers with them. What would you want to say or do with your father, guy? Oh, so that's a tough question because when you say father, that means two different things to me, okay? I have what I consider a natural father, and then I have a dad. My dad is the man that raised me, and he's going up in age. I would love to be able to get him out on a boat fishing or do something like that again. We tried it one time before, and it just really didn't work out that well. I would like to do something like that again. He's a Vietnam vet. I know he's been to the wall once. I would love to take him and when they open the Desert Storm, Desert Shield, the Desert Storm, Desert Shield Memorial, I would love to take him so we could see both of them. You know, we could see the Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and then the Vietnam Veteran Memorial. So that's my answer to that. I'm looking for something, so forgive me. Hopefully I can find this. If I do, here it is. I found it. There we go. I'm trying something for you. Give me a second. Did you enlist? Actually, yes and no. My grandfather was a World War II Navy vet, and he kind of pushed me more towards the Navy. I did enlist because of both of them, though. Yes, I did, JJ, and I'm looking for that picture now. I think I found it. So if you give me a second, I should be able to bring it up. We're at a commercial break, so it is what it is. I love you guys. You know that. And Ryan, of all the shit I give you, and I give you a lot, just as much, I give you as much as you give me back. I gotta show you this, okay? So here you go. That's for you, Ryan. Justin will be back shortly. That's for you, Ryan. That is me out at Bush Wildlife Preserve with my dad, David Bensing. So he'd probably get mad at me for showing this, but I think you need to see that. So there you go. That is me with my dad fishing. Well, that's my dad. I was there. I just didn't get a chance to get a picture with him. So that's what that is. And we're getting closer and closer and closer. It does. Why does that rod look familiar? Shock man. Do it this way. There we go. Why does that rod look familiar? I can't really blow it up. That's the problem. I wish I could. Blow it up and actually gets smaller. I got to negative it out. There you go. That better? I give you premium entertainment. I like that. I like that. I like that. Ryan Green says, "What shit? I give you oh." There we go. I can't get myself back into the show. Ryan Green says, "What should I give you premium entertainment?" And Chris Shockey says, "Because I just put line on it yesterday." Yeah, it was a good time. We're going to try and do it more. I want to try and do it more. I would take him out with Shockey if we could. He's a bigger man, so I don't know if the three of us we could go on his boat, but I would love to be able to take him out and do something like that. Right? I think it would be fun. I don't know if he can, because I know with Shock's weight level, I know we would pass it. And he would have to sit down the entire time. He would absolutely have to, right? Or be able to lay and kick his legs back some. So it would be hard. But no, man, it's good. Thanks. That was a good question. Good question, Ryan. I appreciate that. Right. And by the way, my natural father passed when I was in high school, and we were estranged. So that's why I always thought of Dave as my dad. So that is what that is, and we're about to be back to game time. Right? Any more questions for you guys out there? Oh, by the way, I asked the trivia question: why do the Buffalo Sabres have a draft pick, a player they pick that is not in the official records? Because the player didn't exist. They picked a Japanese player, just made a fake name in the late rounds, and the player never existed. So that's why.
Well, the Blues with the dreaded second period for the Blues. Oh man, some great pressure here to start this period.
Oh, really good pressure.
Absolutely hounding pressure for the Blues here in this start of the second period. This is great to see. Just wait until we get a penalty. I'm sure that I'm sure we'll be civil when that happens. Let's go, boys.
With this second. Wow.
Absolutely fantastic pressure at the start of this period, and they just kept on it. I mean, Bush has had himself an absolute game, and Neighbors too. Neighbors has a goal, and I think he has 2 assists in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he has. He has. Yeah,
Neighbors and Kyrou both have 2 assists. Kyrou with 2 points. Neighbors with 3 points. Bush with 2 points. Are we going to get our first hat trick? I hope so. I hope so.
See. Absolutely great pressure, though, to start the period. I mean, fantastic way to come out in the second period.
I forgot about the dad's trip when I made my prediction. We normally play really, really well at the dad's trip. I'm thinking like maybe we hire the dads and take them on all the road trips.
Yeah, you can't change your pick now.
Yeah, I know.
Put it this way. Put it this way, though. I wasn't even thinking about the dad's trip at all. I was going to predict that the Blues won this game, whether they were on a dad's trip or not.
Yeah, I got it, and that's fine. We do it. We do it the way that we feel most comfortable with. Oh wow, that was almost 4-1.
Huh. Man, they are absolutely buzzing in this period.
Yeah, I just hope that the most stays where it's supposed to be. Oh, offside. I thought there was going to be a cross-checking penalty.
Man, there was a plethora of shots. The Blues have 5 shots in this period. They had 14 in the first period, but they're at 19 shots now. So
19-9. I mean, they're doubling them up. I love it.
Yep, they're doubling it up and adding 1. this line, this veteran line, and I'm so glad that I talked about this in the pregame. Uh-oh. There we go.
Bro.
They're trying to figure it out.
I thought it was him.
Yeah, it was close. This line, though, like I said, I'm glad I said it in the pregame.
Yeah.
The veteran guys, you want those guys to step up. Yeah, you want the young guys to continue to develop, but you want guys like Broberg, you want guys like Bushnevich, Kyrou to play it at their level when they're playing teams like Nashville. Kyrou with absolutely some great edge work in the zone, gets the puck to Broberg, made it simple and easy. Yeah, that was a weird one. I don't know what exactly happened here. Oh, it bounced. It bounced off the boards. I don't know. Bush might have got a stick on it. I don't know. He might not have, though. I think it might be Broberg's goal. Yeah, I don't think Bush touched it, but he was close. So.
Well, I mean, you said a blowout. You might have nailed this one, Justin. Knock on wood. Still early.
Well, if they continue to play how they're playing, I can definitely see it.
Pareko with his first of the season.
Well, and I want to preface this. I want you to look at this game. So the Blues score. They score again. They've scored 3 goals in the last, I believe, 2.5, 3 minutes. I want you to look at this game. This is not on. I had to look at this shot, but I can't blame Saros. So, we're talking about goaltending. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. That one he probably could have had. I'm looking at it now. Oh, it is just a very good shot, but I mean, the Nashville defense has to be better there. So I mean, we're talking about goalies. Saros hasn't really had a chance in this game. Okay, well here we go. We're getting a goalie switch. Justus Arninen is coming in. He was a pickup from the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
He was in that trade, I believe, for Wedgwood.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, Scott Wedgwood, I believe it was. Yeah. No, or was it the other one? I don't know. It was
Wedgwood. It was Wedgwood. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Shockey says should have had the father strip in November. I agree. Justin, did you say we are due for a blowout Blues win? I hope so. And
I did.
Shockey get with his first finally. Yeah. Right. Ranger says Green says that was all Kyrou. I mean, this has been a fun game to watch. We haven't had a good blowout in a while.
Yeah, I mean, the Blues, I mean, they were pretty much due because if you look at the trajectory, the Blues, they're 1-2 against Nashville this year. The 2 games that they played against Nashville were blowouts where they lost. They beat Nashville in a pretty close game. I thought the Blues played a better game than Nashville. They probably should have had a larger margin in that game that they won. But I was like, you're gonna have to be due. I feel like the Blues they play the Predators 4 times a season usually, so I feel like they always have a game where they blow out the Predators. I feel like it's pretty academic at this point that they eventually have one. But 5-1, it's not a complete blowout. We saw the New York Rangers come back to down 5-1 in the Stadium Series last night and win in a shootout.
Lightning?
The Lightning, sorry, yeah. The Lightning came back against Boston, and they were up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that went in. Oh, I thought might get looked at. That went in.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, neighbors! Oh, wow. They are sitting on the door. I guess it didn't go in because the horn would have already gone off, especially after that moment.
This has absolutely been one of the best. This has been absolutely one of the best offensive showings that this team has had.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, they've been all over Nashville. Nashville is not having anything right now. They cannot get in the zone. They cannot touch the puck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very discombobulated right now. But you need to keep it like that. Shots in this period, 7-0 for the Blues. Oh man, they are just
plastering. Wow.
Oh my goodness. This is
Joe and Curbs, they are absolutely enjoying the F out of this.
Yeah, this is absolutely what you expected from this Blues team. I mean, they are just absolutely just piranhas in the water right now. They are just hemming Nashville in.
Yeah. I haven't seen Bush this aggressive and with so much fire to get the puck. Yeah, he's been there.
Bush has got a lot of he's been very like fiery in this game and very noticeable in this game. But again, I'm going to go back and say that Bush has not been bad. Bush has been one of the more consistent Blues. I mean, he's actually been very good. You know, just because he doesn't, he hasn't scored in some games or hasn't got on the score sheet, it doesn't mean I don't think he's been effective. Like I think he's been very effective since the Flyers game in Philadelphia. So, I think he's really turned his season around, first off.
I agree.
So, but it's that line. I'm hoping that I'm continuously going to be right here, and I'm hoping that my prediction stays true, because if this ends up being a blowout and it seems to be heading in that direction, I mean, technically, if the Blues hang on and win this game 5-1, I'm going to pretty much count that as a blowout, because
I would.
anything above 4 goals, I think, deficit wise is probably a blowout. But I would have got 2. I would have nailed 2 predictions. I said watch Kyrou. I said watch the veteran guys, and I said I think the Blues are due for a blowout.
Yep. Good. I mean, you saw something better than I did. I give it to you there.
Yeah, I don't have particularly any issue with the way that you predicted that this game could go. My only gripe would have been that you said the Blues just had no shot, and against the Nashville Predators, I just didn't believe that at all.
I just feel like the bounces are going against them is what I meant,
Oh yeah, so, I know. Well, and Nashville, and believe me, I know, because Nashville is one of them teams that I could definitely see the bounces going against them. That's one of the teams I can definitely see that happening against. But so shots right now, 25-9.
They haven't had a shot this period. I don't think they've had a shot this period.
They haven't. It was
not shot this period. We are almost 8 minutes. We're 7.5 minutes in. The Blues have 11 shots to Nashville's none.
Yeah. But yeah, no. They changed. UC Saros is not in net anymore, but they went to Onanen. I mean, that's probably the smart move. You don't want to hurt Saros's.
We got lucky there. He did it again. I'm telling you, tell Crawford to stay in the net. Tell Hoffer to stay in the goddamn net. Oh my goodness. Did you see that play?
I saw it. He's definitely a guy that is not Jordan Bennington-esque when it comes to playing the puck. I mean, I think he's getting better. He's growing with it, but like a few times, like there's sometimes I can give him the benefit of the doubt because sometimes them boards. I mean, we've seen crazy bounces before. Them boards, they really do some crazy things sometimes. So
He passed it right to their player.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying as from a standpoint. Well, one, I'm not going to harp on it because I'm not going to harp on it too much.
That's the second time this game he's done that.
Yeah, but has it
given up a goal?
Yeah, but then
go ahead.
Well, no, and I just want to preface this because you get on to me about like when I said the officials and hammering this on. Did they score? No, they didn't. So I'm not going to harp on it too much. I get what you're saying. He's got to be better with doing that, but at the same time, nothing came of it. So I'm not angry.
Yeah, I get it. They put one on. Jason McMillan. Here's what we were talking about earlier. He is an anti-Thomas guy. He says, amazing how good our first line has looked without Thomas. I don't know if that's an absolute truth, but this line has looked really good. And for the most part, this has been a second line, not a first line. So, and he says, what's up, guy? And I'm just telling you how I feel, bud. So I hope you don't get mad at me. Teresa Singer. Mom! Hi, Mom! Hey, Mom, we miss you. Hi, Mom! Jason McMillan, Samantha Rose, Stanley Marlowe, Aaron Nels, Eric Darius, John Jeffrey, Joseph Trigg, Ray Domingo, and John Hefner. Thank you so much.
The Blues.
I'm calling her mom. I think she's older than me by like half a year.
Yeah. The Blues, they're my thing. Oh, very good try there. Good protection there. Hell, I don't even. We were talking about something, and I got lost in translation now because we went.
She's like, I don't care about you, guy. I'm just looking at my son, my handsome son. He's like, guy, you can take yourself out. Okay, I will.
Well, Blues right now in this period, still 11-1 in shot, or still 11-1 in shot, or 11-0 in shots right now this period.
I don't think that's a causation thing there, Jason. Jason says Christian Neighbors have been scoring since Thomas has been out. I don't think that's a causation thing there. I think, especially with Neighbors, he's healthy. At least he's healthier.
Oh, very good try there. First of all, I want to say this. Tom, first of all, the line in this game, Neighbors, Kyrou, and Bush are not the first line in this game. The first line in this game is Shin, Snuggerud, and Dvorsky. That's your first. That's your official first line. Yeah. So, I get what you're saying. Yeah, technically they are your first line, but you're running them as your second line. But this whole thing about Thomas being out, so now they're producing. This is the first game where I can say that line completely, like those guys have had individual showings, but this is the most complete that I've seen that whole entire line to this point since Thomas has been out. The most aggressive. So, good save by Holford. Finally gets his first action of the period there, up to the task. But yeah, I mean, they've had a great game in this one. But I'm sorry, I just don't understand how a guy like Robert Thomas, who's carried this team for 2 years now, when this team was not doing well offensively, and Thomas was your guy offensively, creating chances, scoring goals, more goals than he usually has to, because he's not really a goal scorer. He's an assist guy. and he carried this team for like 2 seasons, and then now all of a sudden, since he's had a down year, we want to say, oh well, he's terrible, and we should get rid of him. I don't agree with that.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't either, bud. I do not either. Our buddy Lance Scott posted in the group that there are several St. Louis media members who are saying that Falk will be traded by Sunday. Possible. All right. I don't know if I'd like to see it, but I could see it. I don't think Falk's been as bad as what he thinks he has.
No, I don't think he's been bad. Sorry, go ahead.
I think if you could package Falk and Sonny and get a prospect and a 30-year-old, 32-year-old, 31-year-old, somebody on an expiring contract there, I'd be okay with that. Or a first round pick and an expiring contract, I'd be okay with there. Jason says Thomas has elite talent, but refuses to play blue collar. I disagree with that. He's a perimeter player. He's not captain material. I absolutely disagree with that. I absolutely disagree with that, Jason. And that's okay. We all have the right to agree or disagree.
What was it? What did we say? Sorry.
Oh, excuse me. Holy shit. Sorry about that. He said Thomas is an elite talent, but refuses to play blue collar. He's a premier player. He's a perimeter player. He's not captain material. The guy's been your only point per game player for a couple of years, and now he has a down year, and you're going to sit there and say he sucks. He's been injured a lot.
Now,
go ahead.
No, I want to rebuttal because I'm not going to get angry at that comment. Now, you're going to say that I'm agreeing with it. No, I'm not agreeing with it. I don't agree with that at all. But the reason I don't agree with it, what is it? James, right? Or who's the name again?
Jason.
The reason I don't agree with that, Jason, and the reason I don't agree with that particular statement that you made is because you said that he's a perimeter player and he's just not captain material. Now, that doesn't make him captain material, in my opinion. Now, if you said Robert Thomas should not be captain because of his attitude issue, where he hangs his head and he
they get their first shot on goal and it goes in the net.
That was their second one. They had a shot before that.
Okay.
But now if you said Robert Thomas should not be captain because his attitude and how he kind of hangs his head when nothing goes his way or when his teammates miss a opportunity or something like that, that I can say, okay, I can understand that. Sure, I can get along with that. But the fact that you're saying that he's a perimeter player and that he's not blue collar, I think that makes your statement kind of wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah, what a deflection there, bounced off the ice. And then he turns around and says he's our biggest turnover problem in our top 6. Well, that's funny. Everyone else says Kairu's our biggest turnover problem in the top 6. We get on players when they're having down times. I get it, Jason. I get it. I just disagree with it. And I don't want to shit on a guy when he's down, especially when a guy's injured. So that's just how I feel about it. You're welcome to say what you want to say. Trust me. And I'm just agreeing with you.
Well, and Thomas, first of all, you have to look at it like this. Thomas is going to turn over the puck a lot, but Thomas is a guy that also creates probably some of the, your most opportunities when it comes to scoring opportunities, chances on net. He's your guy that does that. For him to do that, he has to pass the puck. And yeah, when he passes the puck as much as he does, he's going to have turnovers. And,
But that, it doesn't mean he's a turnover machine. I mean, a lot of those quote unquote turnovers because the guy that the pass didn't.
So I cut out right there, so I didn't hear what you said.
No, he said, he turns around and goes, you know what? But see, Jason, I can tell you how many people I have sat there and said, Kyrou doesn't skate. Kyrou gives the puck up. Kyrou doesn't handle the puck well. If the player's playing bad, we can come up with 100 excuses to why he's playing bad. Right? And Jason, buddy, I love you, and you know that. And I don't want you to feel like I'm digging on you, because I'm not. I'm telling you how I feel. I know how you feel, and you have every right to feel that way. I have a platform where it allows me to speak. Doesn't mean I think you're wrong. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. It means that's the way you think, and it's the way I think, and that's all there is to it. Okay, bud? Hopefully you understand. Thomas tried to force plays instead of being more patient. Okay, I may agree with that.
I can see that. I've never said every pass that he throws is just absolute world beater, but what player in the NHL hasn't forced a bunch of passes? I mean, there's been a lot of players in the NHL that's forced a lot of passes. Thomas is a guy that he's still kind of getting into that prime years of his career. He's still young. I mean, whether you like it or not, I believe Robert Thomas is 26, 27, I believe. I think Robert Thomas, I can't remember if he was older than me by a little bit or if I was older than him by a little bit. So
he's older
he's
than
still
you by
young.
a little bit. He's 26. He's 26.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm 26 too, but his birthday is before mine.
I think so.
So he's still young, man. He's still young. He's still growing through the pains. And you gotta also put it like this. Thomas has not had the greatest supporting cast around him. Yeah. I mean, this is probably the best supporting cast that he's had around him. And yeah, the season has not gone to plan. But am I ready to put this fault on Robert Thomas alone? No, because just because he's your top guy doesn't mean that he deserves all the blame. Yeah, you want him to show up, but where were the Blues? Where were all the Blues players showing up when Robert Thomas was taking this team on his back for 2 seasons straight? And then the guy goes out there and he plays top center minutes, and he goes out there. The Nashville Predators score again.
This is having a Detroit feel to it.
I hope not. I really, really hope not. But so Phil Forsberg gets a goal. Man, he's always just somehow manages to somehow pick up points against the Blues. Always. Yeah.
Well, I do agree with this one. He says we can agree to disagree, but at the fact he would open up more for his line if he would shoot. I do agree with that.
There's times when
what a shot. I mean, he hit top shelf, top corner, top hole. Right? Wow, what a shot.
Great shot.
I'm not faulting Hoffer for that at all.
No. Jason, I like I said, I can, I agree with some of your points. Some I don't, but I think for me, I can't sit here and say that Robert Thomas is the fault of this. And just because the Blues, I think, are playing, decent and they're playing hard hockey doesn't mean that I think that that's because Robert Thomas is out of the lineup.
Yeah.
There's you look back at some of the games, right, where the Blues lost. The Blues lost with, a minute left. You look back at some of the games where the Blues lost late. How crucial would it have been to have a Robert Thomas who's played against some of the best players in the league, has playoff experience, in those moments.
And also, is a little bit better at Thomas is a little better at clearing the puck late too. Oh, they have gotten Mr. Momentum has shifted his address to Nashville.
Yes, it has. It's been a tech.
Chris Shockey says, "Damn, Benny sucks." Oh wait.
Yeah, no.
I love you, buddy.
Yeah, Hofer didn't stand a chance on that Forsberg shot. That
No,
was just a
none at
wicked shot.
all. None at all.
I don't know what they're saying. I feel like they're saying Hofer in Bridgestone Arena right now, but I could be wrong.
Maybe.
Which is pretty ironic and funny coming from the team that pulled their starting goalie. So,
Yeah.
might I add. At least when we did it, we didn't have to pull our starting goalie.
Yeah. I mean, but you give the coach credit there because pulling the goalie, it revived the team. You know, sometimes the goalie pull has nothing to do with the goalie, though in that case, I think it did. But FYI, I only think Hofer had a chance on this. I only think Hofer, he had a small chance, but not much of a chance.
I mean, that was like bar down. I mean, that's a hard stop. That's
corner, a small hole, and I think he was also screened. If he stands up to cover that corner, he leaves all this area open. Oh, there's going to be a fight here. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be an icing. At least it kind of slows it up. It slows the game up a little bit.
.238 to go in the second period. .222 left to go in the second period. We're going to commercial break. Last commercial break of the period. So Blues, they take a 5-1 lead, and then like in a matter of what, like probably 3 minutes. Wait, they scored 3 goals in like 3 minutes, and then Nashville ends up coming back and scoring 2. So now they're down by 2.
Oh, man. Commercial break. Blues making any deals? It sounds like Falk could get traded by the weekend. So, and that'll just be, I think, the first domino to fall. That you will see more. You will see some other guys getting traded.
Well, it'll have to be.
You will see some guys getting asked if they're willing to submit a trade list, teams that they would be willing to be traded to. And you know what? And if a guy says no, okay, no problem. That's absolutely fine. Because I think a guy that, like Thomas, let's say they go him to Thomas, and Thomas says, you know what? I love it here. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, that's fine. That's why you have the no trade clause.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't particularly think that really any of these guys would really want to leave. But I think when it comes down to it, selling is selling, and I think the Blues, those are going to be your guys to come. But I think I think there's a deadline. I think they're locking that up. Like it's on freeze. It's going to be free. It's going to be frozen here for the Olympic break, so they can't make any trades.
I don't know if there is a freeze for the Olympic break.
There is, I think. I'm pretty sure I heard that there is a freeze. So
Okay.
You were saying Sunday, and I was thinking to myself, I think that I'm pretty sure there's going to be a freeze by that point. I'm hearing that it's pretty close. I think that there's not going to be any trades that can be, allowed. I think the only thing that can be allowed is waivers.
Wednesday. Dr. Detroit says Wednesday. But I think some teams play on Thursday. So yeah, teams play on Thursday. So if anything, it would be Friday. Friday would be the trade freeze. It would be after the teams played on Thursday. It would. I almost think it would have to be. Right.
Yeah, the Blues are about 11 points out of a.
That's too many. To me, it's just too many teams to jump. I mean, everybody's played about the same amount of games. The teams that have no Olympic players play on Thursday. Okay. Are you sure? No. Are you sure all these teams have no? The Knights don't have a Olympic player. The Kings don't have an Olympic player. Oh man, that would surprise me if all of these teams, these 14 teams, don't have an Olympic player. Right? Because the Devils have an Olympic player in Hughes, right?
Who was it? The Devils?
Don't the Devils have an Olympic player?
I don't know. I would assume Jack Hughes would make Team USA, but I don't know. He might not have because of his injury.
No, the Rangers have one. Right off the bat. The Rangers have one. Right? Jack Eichel from the Vegas Golden Knights. I knew it. Right? So the teams that play Thursday do have Olympic players on them. Jack Hughes from the Devils. I thought so, yeah. So I'm hoping it's good hockey. There's a lot of concern about the ice. There are to me, until Friday, every team that the Olympic players can play up till Thursday. So Friday's when the break happens. I know that the opening ceremonies are Friday or Saturday, and I'm thinking that these guys won't be going until a little bit later. Shots are now 13-8. They have found their game. They found Big Mo shifted his address to Nashville. That is absolutely certain right now. There we go. This is a Detroit game. Oh no, they're saying no goal.
No, it was late.
They're going to look at it.
Yeah, I think I saw the green light come on before he put the puck in the net.
They'll look at it. I mean, they have to. I have no problem with them looking at it. 3, 2.
Well, first of all, it doesn't matter because that would be goalie interference regardless if it went in the net. Because you see
it's
the Nashville
already
player.
way over. It's way past. It's way past.
It's way past, and like I said, even if it did count, it would have been goalie interference because the Nashville player takes Hofer out of the net completely. So, with not even being touched, so that would have been goalie interference.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Well,
so
we don't know that because we don't know what. Oh well, he could. He wouldn't have been able to save that anyways. So.
Well, if you want, yeah, I mean, yeah, with how iffy the goal interference has been, yeah, you could probably say that, but Hofer gets hit way before this play even develops to where he even has a chance to shoot the puck, like where he even has his puck on his stick. So it would have been a goal interference in my opinion. But yeah, Blues. So Blues get three quick ones, and then Nashville kind of comes back a little bit. It's kind of a tale of two periods in that one. It's weird how the momentum just shifted like that.
Tale of two halves, yeah. Tale of two halves. First half of the period was all Blues. Second half of the period after the goalie switch was all well, not completely because shortly after the goalie switch it was all Nashville because right after the goalie switch, St. Louis was really on them, and then it shifted, right? But overall, a very good period for the Blues. I mean, even though they did give up the 2 goals, to get that, to get those 3 goals, have this 2-goal lead going into the third, especially as bad as the Blues had played early, this is one that they needed. Shots for that period were 14-9. So shots for each team are the same for each period. The Blues were 14-14, and the Predators were 9-9 for 28-18. Preds had, let's see if I can figure this out, 45 attempts. The Blues, almost 50-something attempts. 9, 10, that's 30, 43 attempts. So I mean, maybe I gave them too many attempts. No, they have. Yeah, I did give them too many attempts. No, I didn't. 37. No, they have 40. Yeah, I did. I gave them too many attempts. They have 45 attempts. So the attempts are close. Hits are 14-12 in favor of the Predators. Giveaways: Nashville 8, Blues 11. Takeaways: Nashville 5, Blues 1. Block shots: Nashville 9, Blues 8. Face-off switched up. The Blue, or no, I take that back. Actually, I flipped those numbers. I screwed those numbers. I'll screw it. Screw the stats. I was wrong. Face-offs are 67% to 33% in favor of Nashville. I had everything flip-flop. Dumbass. Blues have 8 giveaways. Nashville has 11. Blues have 5 takeaways. Nashville has 1. Blues have 9 block shots. Nashville has 8. I screwed that up. Left, right, and center, my friends. Nobody plays on Friday. So Friday would probably be the if they're going to do a freeze, it would be Friday. Like Friday at 4 Eastern or something like that. Oh, excuse me. Hey Justin, I got to go for a second. Give me a break, okay?
Yeah.
Can you cover?
Yeah. Yeah, so overall, a good period there for the Blues. Like I said, disappointing to see the two goals that they let up after that, but still going into the third period with a 2-goal lead. Everyone and everything sucks in Nashville. That's why they're always cheating or chanting. Pretty much. I'd love to disagree with you, bud, but I don't think I can. F Detroit. I don't know. I think it's cutting off the comment there, bud. Or actually, no. I think it was just mess up there. I probably get the wrong day. So, yep. But let's go over some comments that we have on the Blues Twitter that we usually do. So, I'm gonna start with I don't think I'll cover the Boosh ones just because I don't you know what, I will. You know what, we you know, the intermission just started. Let me just cover some of the Twitter comments from the Blues and let's see what people have to say. So it says first comment here, this was on the Boosh goal. And the first comment was this does not look like tanking. So that there's a one about tanking. Actually, that was the only comment on this thread. So, okay. Now it's 4-1. Plenty of goals for the dads. I like it. Hey, they may just pull this one off. I don't know what to do at this point. What's the last comment? So not much on the 4-1 Boosh goals. I didn't really expect much. This is on the Parayko goal, so Parayko gets his first of the season, so I'm sure people will be civil in the chat here. It says, now they will want to pull this. Now they want to pull this. LOL. Okay. Parayko 20-goal season starts now. Well, it's about time with a Woody gif, which I kind of expected that. I expect a lot of those. There's one game every season where the players decide to prank the media by scoring so many successful goals, the media team freaks out. Okay. And then St. Louis replies to that comment with a crying emoji, which is pretty funny. Let's see. At least Parayko got the monkey off his back. Yeah, it is very nice to see Parayko get the monkey off his back. He definitely he's not had the greatest of years, but it's good to see him finally get a goal. Hopefully we start to see a shift for Colton Parayko. What is this 2022? They scored 7 in Nashville in the second in Nashville. I do remember that game. No tanking tonight. Cool graphic, but would rather see the goal. Yep, unstoppable. It's because I started watching. I have supernatural powers, was another comment. First goal of the season for Parayko. The floodgates have opened for Parayko. Oh, my God. Good for him, man. That was one giant monkey off his back. See somebody. You must be in two places at one time there, Jason, because you got the same comment here about getting the monkey off his back. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Best we've looked all year. Wow. Yes. He says, this person says, sell the team, Doug. They're going to ruin it. Okay. So that's another enlightening, positive comment, as we see. So Broberg on his goal, push for playoffs, and then it says it's still possible. That was the only one on that one. High fives all around. So this is for the 5th goal for the Blues. Crazy. We shoot the puck and we have a chance to score. Hope we can carry forward with this strategy. Okay. Are the boys back? New rules, dads at every game. I may concur with that one. Where's all the tank dumbasses? That's that's topical. I can get behind that one. Keep the lead. A gif of celebration. Let's see. Nashville gets one. So this is 5-2. This is starting the Nashville scoring. We have our buddy, the greatest of the show. Guy's favorite, Blues Muse, saying "choke, please," which is pretty cool. I'm glad. Blues Muse on, choke, please was his comment on the 5-2. He didn't comment on any of the other goals. He just commented on this. Is the first one I've seen him on. He said, "Choke, please."
I would like to get that jackass on the show. Maybe you should reach out to him. Reach out to him on Twitter.
Right? Well, I think you have before, and he said that he wasn't going to be on camera, so that's why you didn't do it. I think. I can reach out to him though, maybe. So, and then this one was a nasty deflection, not bad, McCarron. It was a good deflection. I will give him that. Not gonna lie, that.
Tell him he can remain anonymous by wearing a mask.
Okay, I can reach out to him. I'll see what I can.
I won't let him do a phone call because I don't effing know him, right? Like I know Joe Foresta, right? I know who he is, right? This is a known person. That's why I did a phone call with him. Lance, at times I let Lance do a phone call because Lance doesn't feel good. I know Lance. I don't notice Joker.
Yeah. So not gonna lie, that was one hell of a great deflection by McCarron. Yes, it was a great deflection. This is the process. This is the process of ethical tanking. And then another.
I understand that. I almost understand that. I don't agree with the comment, but I understand that comment.
And then the last one says he agrees with Blues Muse and says, "Choke, come on."
What?
This is from the Predators 5-3 one. 5-3 for the Predators when they scored. That's the team we know and love. Stop skating north. Just puck watching and being passive. Blues Muse again comments on this one, says, "Yes, yes, yes. Do it." This is what happens when we ice the puck multiple times in the defensive zone. I kind of concur with that one. They do ice the puck quite a bit. In certain situations when they do get a lot of pressure on them. Brian says, "Don't do this." Hashtag St. Louis Blues are 15-1-1 this season when up after after the second period, 24th in the NHL. Okay. Let them score 3 more. We can't be winning games, was the next comment. So we're all for the tank train, I see. I'm not going to say it, but I'm thinking it. And then, yes, put this team down in the dumps, crush their spirits. Okay.
You know what? I'm going to say this, and it's going to piss you off, and that's okay. I hope we're the bottom team. We have the best chance to get the number 1 pick, and we get the number 3 pick. For all those tank fuckers who want the number 1 pick, I hope that fucking happens. So I can go, ha, ha, ha. See, you wanted the number 1 pick so bad, you could have had the 3rd pick anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did that come out wrong?
No, I froze right there, but I heard what you said. Yeah, no, the Blues finishing in top 3 would be where I would ideally want them. Anyways, they don't have to have the number 1. They can have the number 2. They can have the number 3. My thing is after. So if they get 4 and above, that's where I'm kind of like meh. We could have thought, okay, we remembered the tank. Why must we always do this? Remembered the tank. Come on. That was another comment from the same person on the last one that said tank or choke, please. Another one said, please choke. Y'all better lock in. Someone says lock the F in. Then we get the end of the second period one here. We got Blues Muse again commenting saying, please choke.
Fucking idiots.
5-1 lead, not secured. ... Why can't we just have one easy win, get a 3-goal lead, and we stop skating? Why? Okay.
No killer
y'all,
and I agree with that. We do not have a killer instinct. I agree with that.
Y'all better tighten the hell up. The Predators are wide awake. No, the F we don't. What the F are we doing? Are y'all doing? The tank is all over the road tonight, and then so do we. And then that was a hashtag to the Canucks. That was a weird one. So there was your comments from Twitter. So some good ones in there, some typical ones that I expected to see. The come on, the tank, bring it on. For me, I hope one of two things happen. One, I'd like to see what guys said happen. You know, they want the first overall pick, but it won't happen, kind of thing. And then I'd rather have that, or I want the Blues to somehow make a miraculous comeback in this season, make the playoffs, and then all the same people that said, "Oh, let's tank," are the same people that'll say, "I believed in this team the whole time."
Yeah. I'm with you there. Here's the other thing, and I tried to bring this up. Let's say the Blues end up at number 4 or 5, right? What do you do with pick 4 or 5? I know what I do.
Yeah, I mean, you could like, depending on where that is, because I do think that the top 3 guys they're going to be the top 3 guys in this draft. So
okay,
you could have a gem in there. Like, obviously, you know, top 10, you're always going to have some type of decent player in there. Not generational, but I would say, depending on what you could get or what someone may offer you, you could trade that pick.
I'm trading that pick. I'm trading down and getting into the late teens, early 20s. You know why? Because I'm so good. We're so good. The Blues are so good at finding that guy in that spot, right? So if you have this premium pick, number 4 or number 5, and you got a team down at 14 or 18 or 19 or 20, 21, 22, in that range, especially a team that just, barely made the playoffs, right? Or just made the playoffs and then got bounced in the first round. Now, we already had that coming up. I had it up earlier. Now you have a team that would be willing to go up and get that player, right? Well, what are they going to give up? Well, they're going to give up a first-round pick, obviously, because you're swapping first-round picks. But what else are you going to get? You're going to get another second. You're going to get a player. You're going to get more. And you're going to get a lot more, because you're talking about a pretty significant difference between the 5th overall pick and the 18th, 19th, 20th overall pick. You're talking about a significant difference. So for me, with how good I've been at that zone in that area, I'm going for it. I'm letting that pick go, but I'm getting major for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only reason they didn't with 10 pick because they had 2 picks in that zone anyways in the late 20s, right? They ended up having the Rangers pick and Toronto's pick down then. So they did pretty good with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely trade it and see if you can get more assets. I mean, it would be a solid move. You do draft well, but then again, also you can make the case where it's like if you do get that low of a pick, fourth, you also could make the case just draft somebody because if you're drafting fourth overall, you should be getting a decent player out of that. And who's to say, like I said, and who's to say there's been players that have been passed on. So who's to say I do think that Stenberg is probably going to be top 3, but who's to say that he doesn't fall and because they have scouts. Each team has different scouts, so they see different things. Sometimes scouts choose players that are based on the organization and their preferences and what they need, and sometimes they don't.
If Stenberg falls to 4, yeah, I'm taking it. Okay? If he falls to 5 and I'm at 5, yeah, I'm taking him. But if he's taking 2 or 3, I'm thinking to myself, I would be heavily scouting not just the top 10, but the top 25, right? I would really heavily scout so I know that I can go down and get a player that might be more of a diamond in the rough than taking a player that everyone thinks is going to be a sure thing and turns out to be and I can't think of his name. What was that guy we got that was a number 1 overall? Yakupov, Anil Yakupov, right? I'd rather get a guy. I'd rather get a guy at 18, 19, 20. That's a Jake Neighbors than get a Yakupov at number 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We're seeing, and I'll be honest, those are my 3. And I've been talking about it. Those are my 3 guys that if I'm the Blues that I'm looking at Stenberg. Stenberg's probably my overall pick. McKinnon, I think he's going to be a great player. I don't think I'm with Lance on this one. Lance talked about this one. I don't think McKenna is going to be a generational talent like a McDavid, like a Celebrini. I think he's going to be a great player, but I don't see him as a generational talent like I do, those guys.
The thing with
Nashville.
Yeah,
Nashville makes it a 1-goal lead.
Oh, you that far ahead of me?
I guess so, yep. But Nashville, they make it O'Reilly again makes it a 1-goal game for the Blues.
Yeah, you're that far ahead of me, damn it. Yeah, I didn't even see it. You broke the rule. Yeah. This has got, I said it, man. I said it. This has all the earmarkings of the Detroit game. Dumbass. I shouldn't have said it. On me. My fault. I did it. Got it. Got to do something here. Let's go, Blues!
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go!
Oh, Fowler just not in the right mood. I don't think we ran out of gas. I think just momentum shifted, and we had we had a couple of really good shots that didn't go in, and I think the frustration came in. And you can see right now the frustration is definitely there. Yeah, but that wasn't going in the net because he had that post he had that post completely covered. That's why it went off the post. Man, they're just coming after Hoffer. Sonny did good there. What are we doing? How we doing? Thank you, Jason Nichols. Burgering off the goalpost. Doink. Doink. Ah. Oh, we're done. Oh, way to go, Hoffer. Wow, I thought we were done. On that breakaway, I thought we were done. Way to go, Hoffer. Da 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 da. Are you lonely tonight? Are you my friends tonight? Are you watching the game with me? Oh, can't you see? No, I know. Justin's tablet died. Sing some Elvis. Oh, I'll have to think on that one for a second. On a cold winter Chicago morning, a little baby child is born, and his mama cried in the ghetto. I'm on neither. I'm on ESPN Plus because I cannot get FanDuel Sports here, but I am watching FanDuel's feed, but I do not get to see FanDuel's commercials. A cold and gray Chicago morning, a baby child is born. Tie game. Detroit all over again. Wow. Wow. The tankers are happy. Wow. Holy crap. Talk about just not having a killer instinct. This is the second time this season you've done that. Not good. Not good at all. Pareko scores another own goal. Oh, good hit. Icing. 3:55 into the second. Still a long way to go. It bounced off a skate, dude. It bounced off a skate. How do you get a deflection off a skate? I don't understand that. It went off Pareko. Oh no, Boberg. Okay, now they're saying Boberg. I thought it said Pareko earlier. They said Pareko earlier, so maybe it was Boberg. Hey Erickson, how you doing, buddy? We all hate the Preds. We all hate Trashville. You need to pull Hofer. I said it. They just mentioned Detroit. I said it. Oh, no one there. I mean, it was there. The Snuggeroo was there. He just couldn't get it in there. We effing suck. How's that work? Hit him. Hit him. A barn burner in Nashville. Where money means more, but you don't know what to do. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Yeah. Well, it was there to begin with. Have fun, don't die. It might be, bud. I was off of Broberg. They had originally said, hurry. That's going to be goaltender interference. That's going to be goaltender interference. I have a feeling. Are they looking at it? I don't know. Nope. What a pull Holfer. I don't know. I might challenge that. Nope. Nope. He's good. Well, we blew this one. Wow. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Maybe we get something. Hofer hasn't looked great, but the defense has been terrible. Yeah, I agree. I kind of agree. We need to make a move. Oh, God, when it's not working, it's just not working. Almost got it set up. Nope. 104 to 1 minute to go on the power play. Oh, now the power play is dead. Ouch. Tough one, man. I don't know about that, Jay. I know you say it. I just don't feel it, man. I get it. That power play let us down. Oh, Tuck just missed. Bad. He waited on that. He should have fired it. He waited. He should have been ready for the one timer on that. One timer, and that's in the net. Play on. Billy! Sergeant Krieger, thank you. Put that thumb in the air. Show us you care. I'm not there. I see what I look. I see where you're thinking, but I don't think it's right. And I'm okay with it. It goes both ways. Oh, I know, man. I know, Bailey. We have seen it way too many times, especially this year. You know, we've done it twice. Yeah, it was a tale of two halves, that's for sure. A tale of two games. Momentum game early on. Preds weren't moving in their D zone. Blues executed, then rolls flop. When we switched from man to man to zone, even so even Monty seen it coming. Somewhere big. Yeah, I do think he's giving him 2 years to get a cup, but I don't know where he's going. Maybe the Avalanche? Hey, Tad Dieterman, thank you, buddy. Bailey McClure didn't give me a thumbs up yet, but thank you, Tad. I appreciate it. Bailey says, my bad. He gave it to me now. Thank you. I thought that was offsides. Well, this is not a game to pull the goalie. I'll tell you that right now. I know, Bailey. I'm just giving you crap, buddy. We love you, man. Should watch more often, though, because I'm here almost every game. Should watch more, Bailey. Oh, okay. I get it, man. You're fine, Bailey. I'm just being a jackass. I love you guys. You know it. They lose this game. I'm not doing a long post game. It's going to be a quick one. Justin's tablet died, so there's nothing we can do right now with that. I can't see us tying this up. We're chasing the puck right now. We're chasing the puck. Yeah, well, I do the best I can, Bailey. I do the best I can, man. We try and put on a good product for you, really do. And we do something no other show. We give you a chance during the game to talk about the game and not do it blindly in a group in a group on Facebook. We're here. We're taking your comments. We're talking about them. You might be right. You might be wrong. We might be right. But we're talking. Open discussion. That's what this is. Blues open discussion. And thank you for joining us. Jason's had a good time, and I've disagreed with 80% of what he said tonight. Dumb, 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 dumb. Not even close. Oh, Bush Navy's is pissed now. Well, here we go. They'll be pulling the goalie. Will they be scoring? We'll see. Who will be scoring? Hand pass or a high stick? You get one line going, Nash shuts it down after a bit, and it's the Nash show. Yeah, kind of. I love all you guys. Thank you to the 15 people that put the thumbs up today. Really great. Really appreciate you. Thanks for sticking around with us and watching us through the game. Because I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. For my co-host who can't be right here, Justin Eagle Eye Scott. We love each and every one of you, and all you do for us, we try and do for you. At least we scored 5. Yeah. Too bad we gave up 6, right? There we go. At least we didn't give it up yet. Here we go. Now make it happen. You got it set up. Yeah, no, he has done better at center, but that was Dvorsky that took that face off. Now my sound's going in and out. Well, that's the end of the game, so the goal wouldn't count no matter what. Oh, yeah. Well, it is what it is, man. We lost. I think they're going to do a face-off drop-off, but it was an ugly loss. And you know what? With that, guys, I'm done. I know you don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. I got to do something. So you know what? I love you. I'll see you next time. Aloha.